Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I saw Ireland's only species of woodpecker, travelled across the county to see a rare American duck, and had a brief encounter with Ireland's smallest bird of prey species. Throughout the month of March, there had been reports of a great spotted woodpecker drumming near the car park in Balyseedy woods. Although I have seen this bird many times in Kerry, they are still a scarce species, and this individual happened to be so close to home, so I couldn't miss the opportunity to try and see it. When I arrived at the entrance, I was greeted by this redwing, as well as some other woodland species. Suddenly, I heard the drumming in the distance, so I rushed towards where the sound was coming from. And after scanning the trees for a few minutes, I spotted my target species. These birds arrived in Ireland in 2008 and have since spread across the country, with the first record of a breeding pair in Kerry happening just last year in Killarney National Park. This individual is a male, as it has a red spot at the back of its head, which the female lacks. After great views of the woodpecker, I took a short stroll through the woods to see what other species were around. This is the only aquatic songbird in Europe. Eventually, the skies opened, and it began to start pouring rain, which put an end to my birding for the day. A few days later, there were reports of an American widgeon seen in Dingle, so I took the hour journey across the county hoping to see it. The American widgeon was frequently seen just west of the town at Milltown Bridge, feeding amongst a group of 30 to 40 Eurasian widgeon. However, when I arrived at the bridge, there was only a handful of widgeon present and no sign of the American widgeon. Soon, another birder approached me, who'd also come to see the American widgeon, and suggested that we travel along the coast for a while, for a better chance of seeing it. However, there was still no sign of our target bird. The other birder said he was going to check a different location called Burnham Lagoon, on the off chance that the flock of widgeon headed west. So we exchanged phone numbers so that we could call each other if the bird turned up for one of us. And 10 minutes later, the other birder called me saying that he'd found it, about 1 kilometre west of the bridge, and kindly came back and gave me a lift up to where he'd seen the American widgeon, which I'm really grateful for. It was tricky to pick out at first, but with help from the other birder, I eventually got eyes on it. spent the majority of its time with its head tucked in, only occasionally lifting it up for short intervals. This individual is a male, which makes it easier to separate it from the Eurasian widgeon, with its brown body and green slash behind the eye, in contrast to the Eurasian widgeon's grey body and reddish-brown head. These birds are usually found in North America and occasionally winter as far as South America, with only a handful of them seen in Ireland each year. I was really happy to see this bird, and it was a lifer. Towards the end of March, I went to Akeragh in Balyseedy, as it's a great place to see birds of prey. It was fairly quiet, apart from this male reed bunting, until I noticed something flying swiftly above the reeds from my right. The merlin is a type of falcon and is the smallest bird of prey species in Ireland. It was great to finally see this species in Kerry, as this was the first one I've ever seen here. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.